Hello?
What's up, girl? What happened after Tony dumped you?
Girl, I'm over it. I went from heartbreak to hate.
Hi, Joy.
Hey, Bob.
How's it going? How's it hanging?
A little to the left.
Ooh.
Droopy. You know.
Droopy.
The gravity of it all.
You gotta get the shit tightened up, girl.
I know. I gotta work on my exercise.
Vagination, what is it called?
Yeah.
Something like that.
I don't.
Isn't that barely just take a staple gun and hang the curtains a little bit tighter?
You can do that. You can shoot a lot of steam up there. I think it's supposed to help. You don't know about that? Where they
No,
just
now
sit
I'm
on
just thinking of like cabbage. We're talking about the vagina, y'all. But no, we're not actually talking about vagina. We were talking about something before we got on the air, and then we're like, oh, let's talk now because we're in the mood, and we're like, da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Joy, take it away.
So we were talking about the Pearl of it all. Pearl and RuPaul.
Yeah.
Pearl basically saying that RuPaul said it doesn't matter.
If the camera's not on.
If the camera's not on you, it doesn't matter what you say, think, whatever. I don't know. Because I don't care. I don't care because here's why. Because all I feel is, first of all, this is not brand new.
Not new at all.
Not new at all. I love when people get on a show that's been on for years and then all of a sudden they're surprised and their feelings are hurt. Also, wasn't that a long time ago that Pearl was even on a season? Can I also just mention
Almost
that?
4 years ago.
Thank you. So
Okay.
now all of a sudden your feelings are hurt and you need press over what RuPaul said to you. It's like, you know.
But you're still going to perform where it says from RuPaul's Drag Race, Pearl, which is fine.
Because the thing is, everybody knows on that show that you are there for a business opportunity. You're there to get your name out there.
Everybody on any reality TV show ever.
Exactly.
That's the point.
That's
all the way
it.
back to the beginning.
Exactly.
There's nothing. You're not there to be friends with anybody.
No.
I mean, can we Omarosa this situation for a second? Just because you're going to get a job at the White House because you were on a shitty reality TV show 18 years ago doesn't mean you can parlay that into a career. I mean, I don't know. I'm not pro Omarosa. I'm not against Omarosa. I hate her name.
Yeah. I do too. Just kind of the name, the mention of her name kind of gives me like little shakes, you know, like when you feel weirded out, like you see a bunch of spiders.
Yeah. I mean, because she just does everything. I mean, the point is that you're on there for a reason. You're on there to make money. RuPaul himself has said, I give you this opportunity. What you do with it is what you do with it.
Absolutely.
So your only job from there on out is to market yourself and make money.
But you want to do it by being a wounded victim.
Right.
And to me, that's the problem, is everybody's feelings are hurt, and I need other people to stand against RuPaul because of what he did. Get over yourself.
Yeah.
Please get over it's this generation, I swear to God.
That's not just the generation.
But it kind of feels like it is because we were built fucking tougher back in the day. Back in my day, before social media and the likes of it all.
Yeah.
Like you just had to fucking deal with it. Just get over it and just keep it fucking moving.
Right.
But now it's like, oh, somebody said something to me. I need everybody to rally around and hate that person.
Well, the thing is there's definite reasons for that in certain aspects in like social justice areas and things like that. There's definite reasons to rally, but I feel that sometimes we're rallying for the wrong reason. And personally, if you're not leaving the confines of your room and are only rallying from behind your computer screen, you ain't doing shit.
You ain't doing shit. And that's really my point, right?
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with using media and our current technology to, for social issues. But when your social issue is my wounded feelings, you may just hashtag get over yourself because it is too much, Brenda, and I need you to stop it.
Hashtag get over yourself. Well, that's the truth of it all. Like, I don't know.
Like, not everybody's going to be nice to you.
Not everybody's going to be nice to you. That's,
okay,
that's
and
a
you're not going to
lesson.
agree with everybody. And just because somebody said something that might have hurt your feelings or you took it some type of way doesn't make that person a monster.
No.
Like,
just because they don't give a shit that you idolize them doesn't make them less of an idol.
it really doesn't.
Hello, God. But let's talk about feelings for a second because I love talking about feelings.
Okay.
Why is it other people's jobs to take care of your feelings?
Because that's the world we live in now. You don't have to take care of your own feelings. You need somebody else to do it for you. Clearly. Obviously.
I mean, the thing is, there's outlets for that. There are professionals who get paid money for that.
Thank you. I was about to circle back to that.
Yeah, so there's definite ways in which you can make.
Because you just made me flash into the workplace. Because I
Okay,
feel like
yeah.
that's where the epidemic of it is. I knew you would love it if we went to that place. Right? Because it's like, coworker X, feelings get hurt outside of work.
Yeah.
Come to work the next day, and now they want you to provide them with free therapy and free self-esteem boosting. You know what I mean? Pump them up. Also allow them to not have to do any work. I'm sorry, it just turns into a cycle, right? Because it's like they come in just like sigh of it all and everything. And so then of course you're like, hey, how's it going? Well, I shouldn't really get into it. I mean, don't worry about it. And then you're supposed to, be the therapist and pry. Well, tell me more. And no, you're amazing. And that person, no, I don't have time for it. If you give me the deep sigh and I shouldn't get into it, you're right. So let's get back to our stations and crank out some more.
Have a nice day. But I mean, that's the truth of it all, though. It's like everybody, you're supposed to leave your personal life outside of the workplace. Got it. Not everybody does that.
Nobody does
Guilty.
that.
But also, I don't know. I feel it's more than that. I feel it's more than the workplace, though. I feel it's like the world. Like, I see people who post about, which is completely fine.
Okay, what are they posting about now? I gotta know.
I wish you could see my face, world. It's perfectly fine, but don't sit there and say things like, nobody wants to be friends with me. Nobody wants to hang out with me. Nobody wants to do this with me. I have all these friends, but nobody ever wants to hang out with me. I have all these friends. Because honestly, that's why they don't want to hang out with you.
That's exactly it.
I mean, I hate to be rude and I hate to be like...
He hates to be honest, but let's be honest.
But let's be honest, I don't hate to be honest and I don't hate to be rude. I love them both. It's just if you put that out there, then nobody wants to hang out with you.
Right.
Because they immediately think, even if I wanted to hang out with Joy is currently going through a downward shame spiral on herself.
And
so
she's gonna drag me with her.
And the entire time we hang out, whether we're at the movies, whatever, it's gonna be until that sigh gets so freaking big that you're just like, what? I don't care that your dog died. Like, I mean, I might care.
You're ridiculous.
But no, I mean, that's the thing.
I
It's
know.
like,
No, I know what you mean.
People put that out there, and it's like, I see it on social media all the time, and it's like, these are people who I'm friends with on social media, so you may be listening to this podcast, and if you are, this is a life lesson.
This is a helpful hint. Because it's different. It's like, it's different than, it's the abuse of it all, right?
Right.
It's when people go the extra mile. Because obviously, you and I have known each other for almost 20 years. So
Right.
we have those moments where we get together and we just come right out with it. I'm having a shitty day, shitty week, month, year.
Right.
These are the reasons.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? But it's like when you're fishing for the compassion.
Right.
You're fishing for, where you're trying to pretend you don't want to talk about it, but you clearly want to talk about it.
Like, I don't think I should have to tell any of my friends that they're beautiful and they're whatever, because I wouldn't hang out with you if you weren't. So just keep that in mind. I'm not here for your self-esteem. I'm not here to boost it, but I wouldn't hang out with you if you're ugly.
That's another helpful note from Bob.
You're all beautiful to me.
Bob's friends rules. Never hang out with anybody ugly.
Unless you're trying to look prettier.
Do you use that one? That's an old one.
We've both been kind of harsh on this podcast.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel
Let's
like
soften the edges.
that we have to, for at least cause, I mean, when I walk the streets and people are giving me feedback and I walk the streets,
Okay.
I hit them hard.
I bet you do.
Around midnight,
I was going to say in fishnet stockings.
in
something
corner of
like-
Randolph and Hill.
Uh-oh.
But no, the feedback I definitely get is that I'm abusive towards Joy, and that I'm corrupting Joy, and all
love
these
all this
things.
feedback.
And Joy is right on certain topics, so
Yeah.
I've gotten that feedback a lot. I don't usually hear good things about myself, but I'm not here to be friendly and pretty. I'm already friendly and pretty. I don't need anybody else to tell me that.
No, you don't. You have tons of self-esteem and confidence.
Yes. So, for your sake, Joy, for your street persona, I want us to soften this.
Okay.
Because I don't want everyone to think you're that bad of a person. Let me be the bad person.
Oh, I see what you're saying. So let me just be a part-time bitch.
Yes.
I got it. All right, let's do that.
Yeah. So,
I feel that I already am just part-time bitch. I mean, because I was sincere when I was saying that
Yeah.
there's a difference between. I mean, listen, kids, it's not all roses and delicate flowers with me. I really do believe that if you have to fish for all these, you know what I
Yeah,
mean,
for
all these
compliments,
compliments and for compassion and care, you are not going to the right places. You are not going to the right places.
No.
And you don't have like the genuine relationships that support
that kind of.
what you need.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so,
You need to search out those genuine relationships.
because they're out there.
Yeah, and maybe it's something that, and not by your fault, that your family has passed down to you, which is possible, which just happens a lot. People don't get the love that they see other people get. But you know what, though? Look at someone else's Facebook page and think that they're getting love. Just know that they're not. That love is fake.
Yeah. I mean, you got to have the relationships outside of social media. Yeah.
Absolutely. And you can't blame people for not hanging out with you because other people have things going on. You don't know what's going on in someone's life, so you can't be like, you didn't do this, you didn't do that, blah, 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 blah. Like, I needed a friend, and like, meanwhile, all my family members died in a cult massacre.
That's an extreme example, but we get what you're saying.
I'm just giving examples that may possibly happen.
May possibly happen, but have not.
Have not so
Okay.
far. You don't know my family. Okay.
I'm staring at him. That's just to let the listeners know. He says crazy things.
If you're a cult out there and you want to
stare at
sponsor
him.
our podcast, we'd like to hear from you. My number is 217-418-9416. I'm taking all sponsorships, especially
But
cults.
just talk about your Kool-Aid.
Yes. If a cult member hands you Kool-Aid, don't drink it.
I was gonna say, you just pour that shit right out, right?
Yeah. Even though I don't think it was technically Kool-Aid. It was like flavor or ice or. Anyway, we're not going to get into
Wow.
it. We're not going to
okay.
get into it.
Yeah, I was like, do we have to be that correct about it? People
And if
know
the
what we
Kool-Aid
mean.
Company would like to sponsor our podcast, rewind 30
first-
seconds and get my phone number.
First, send us samples, okay? My personal favorite is Tropical Punch.
My personal favorite is pink lemonade.
Okay.
I don't know why pink lemonade tastes better than lemonade, but it does. It's gayer.
Really? That's what we're doing.
Well, pink, yeah. Gay. Anyway,
I can't with you.
so we're getting back to.
Yeah, we've strayed
We've
from.
strayed, but I
we've
think
strayed from
it's
softening
fine.
the
It's the
edges.
middle of the show, so this is where we can like gather our softness, make people laugh with us, make people feel like they're our friends again, and not maybe we're picking on them.
We aren't picking on them. We are trying to make people better versions of themselves. I feel like that's a gift.
And that's a Fiona Apple song too. a better version of me.
I was wondering where you were. I was like, he was looking up. I was like, where is
I was
there
looking up
something in the ceiling?
to the goddess Fiona Apple
The goddess Fiona.
for direction.
You're like, I feel joy stealing your lyrics.
Yes, I think we need to talk about copyright infringement. So we're being honest, and
Especially honest.
especially honest. One of my favorite things in the world, and by favorite I mean things I detest a lot, abhor even,
Ooh.
is when people ask for phone numbers on Facebook. Like,
I do know how much you love that.
I need the Casey's phone number for Tolono.
Here's another one that I that I feel that every time I see it, I think of you and smile. Is like there's a special one that people do. It's like looking for recommendations. I knew it. You know, every time I was like looking for a hairstylist in the XYZ area. Look at your face. And I think to myself, oh, if only Bob could see this right now. I know it would
But I
warm
am
his heart.
seeing it. I'm seeing 12 other ones on my Facebook page.
I know. And it's like, okay, I'm going to try and bridge the gap. Okay, this is me. I'm interlocking my fingers. This
Oh,
is
I
me
thought you
bridging
were doing like lesbian sex symbols towards me.
That's later tonight. So this is me bridging the gap. I understand why somebody would do that. Here's why. Here's why in my mind.
Okay,
You might.
go right ahead.
Yeah, because I can see you.
Shooting arrows into your head right now.
Yes, and your insides are exploding. But maybe people want personal recommendations from people that they know and trust, as opposed to Google reviews.
Okay.
So sometimes when people are like looking for recommendations for the handyman in Charlotte or wherever, right?
Right.
I'm like, okay, I get that, because maybe you want somebody you trust as opposed to,
Well,
Brenda6497
yeah.
on Google who hated
Brenda.
Tommy.
Yeah, I mean, I understand. Look, I'll give you, if I'm traveling to another area and I need a recommendation on a Airbnb, I'll give you that.
Okay.
But I don't buy it for local shit. I don't get it for the whole I don't know.
I know you don't. I know.
You know why?
Please tell me.
Because every time I see it, I see people in my hometown doing it. And there are literally 2,000 people in that town.
So they should have the answer.
There should be the fucking answer. I need a handyman. We all know who the only 4 handymen are in town. Who do you want for the people that are roofing? That's who you're going to get for your roofing job. Were you going to branch out? You're going to get somebody from California to come in and do your shit? No. I don't know.
I hear you.
I also understand. I think people use that as I've seen the reality of the cost of this project. Now I'm going to see what it's like to get it done for cheap.
Yes, I could see that.
Which also upsets me a little bit because as a person who used to run a small business here in town and as an artist, people don't support small businesses and people don't support artists, and people will go and they'll buy my Air Jordan this bullshit that, something expensive from whatever, but they won't ever support their local businesses and things like that.
They want to save 45 cents.
Yes.
On the small things.
And it's just so expensive there. Well, it's expensive because they don't have a large staff or 14,000 locations to help bring in the revenue. So I don't know. I guess I'm looking for recommendations for a new podcast host.
Bob has been trying to get rid of me for the last 18 years, and it hasn't worked yet. So
I even got that shot for gonorrhea, and it still stayed. I want to bounce back to that phone number thing, though.
Okay, good. Let's bounce.
Where you're looking for recommendations is an in-depth search on the internet. Asking for a phone number on Facebook takes just as much effort, if not more, than typing in Casey's.
Oh, that's absolutely
in a Google
correct.
search.
That's absolutely correct.
So whenever someone asks for their kids' school numbers, things like that.
No, as a matter of fact,
pushes me over the edge.
now this is okay. So I would agree with you. And as a matter of fact, what I would say now, I understand that we're in different gangs. You're in the Apple gang. I'm in the Android gang.
Yes.
But nonetheless, on my phone, I'm sure you can do it the same thing. All I have to do is hit the little microphone button and be like, call BW3s in Savoy or whatever, right? And so I don't even have to ask for the fucking phone number because the system, the all-knowing system, can just do it for you. So it's like, if you need to call your fucking school,
hey,
all
Google.
you do is, hey, Google,
Hey,
call
Alexa.
Franklin Middle School or wherever exactly. See, my phone just came on. My phone was like, hey,
I'm
what do you
sitting
need?
here
I
ready.
can do it.
Like, hey Siri, my phone is sitting here ready to work for me and do whatever I ask it to do.
It's so much faster. So you don't got to go on Facebook and ask for phone numbers. Ask your fucking phone.
You ain't gotta go. There's been a lot of ain'ts this episode.
That's when you know it's serious. When I bust out the ain'ts, it's fucking for real.
I can't even do that. I can't even deal with your ain'ts
shit.
today. Okay. So, what else are we going to be honest about? I'll be honest about something.
Okay, please do.
It's also social media related. I'm getting to hate memes. I'm beginning to just like absolutely hate memes because people use them too much.
Yeah.
Like, I don't like Donald Trump. Okay.
Okay.
And I think that sometimes when people are posting memes against Donald Trump, it's as a way to be funny about a serious situation. I think that takes away from the seriousness of a situation.
Yeah.
Say nuclear war. Joking about stuff like that. Just like, I don't know. I think that memes are taking away from seriousness of.
I can see that because it normalizes. Thank you. I kept in my mind. I was like, it regularizes. I was like, that's
Yeah,
not a
no.
goddamn word, Joy. But anyways, it normalizes like the fucked upness of it all, which is a word. Okay.
Okay.
and you know what I mean? So you just kind of move into like more acceptance. So I would see that, or at least that's how I see.
Well, I just think that, I don't know. Like people, I think people are like 5 seconds away from memeing about HIV. I mean, I know that's a topic that a lot of people can't even deal with talking about.
They can. And I was like, ooh, I don't know if I would agree with
But
you
that's
on
the thing is that I feel that there's certain topics that you should leave out of memes and actually straightforwardly type how you feel
Yes.
instead of using memes as a force of your emotions because
But anymore,
those aren't real emotions if someone else gave them to you.
true. And I told you that I myself struggle with Facebook these days because every time I actually open the damn thing, it's a bunch of memes and then videos, just video after video, like reposting a video. It's not even your video. You know what I mean? It's like,
Yeah.
and listen, I love a good cat video like the next person or, your dog knows how
She doesn't like Doja Cat though.
I do not like motherfucking Doja Cat. And why does that bitch have millions and millions of views? That makes me violently angry when
If
you
you
mention
sit
that
and listen
name.
to those lyrics.
I can't. That voice is horrifying. She's as bad as JJ Fish.
Oh come on. Okay. Anyway, let's not hurt
Okay.
any cats I know, and I've heard that she's homophobic anyway. So let's.
Well, then she definitely doesn't need to be supported.
I'm not supporting her. I ain't getting no more damn money.
Okay. Anyways, as I was saying, it's the same shit over and over again, and it's like there is no original thought really.
No.
Because it's those things. It's need a recommendation for, or it's updating your profile picture to the same profile picture that you had 2 years ago or whatever. And like, there's like also a cycle of people who just update their profile picture like 27 times in the same month because it gets the most likes, right? Because it hits the most people in your friend list.
Oh, so a side note lesson for you using Facebook. Facebook's not hiding your friends from you.
No.
Facebook's going based on the likes and the algorithms to push the things that people like the most to the front. So therefore, you're not seeing your whole entire feed. But if you switch your feed over to most recent, which is a manual thing to do, you actually see your people's posts. So quit fucking posting that post about Facebook. Please stop hiding my friend's post.
I can tell you're fired up, so give me more.
I am very fired up because things have driven me crazy since the dawning of Facebook.
Okay.
And that is you don't love Jesus if you don't repost this.
People aren't still doing that, though.
Yes.
Okay. I take it. Go ahead
And
expand.
I know only 25% of my friends are brave enough to post this about cancer. Everybody fucking hates cancer.
That is true. That is true. Now, I have seen the cancer one. Or, no. The one that I do occasionally still see is like the veterans type of thing. Like, I don't know who will be brave enough to... And I do feel like we should fully explain this because we have people that listen throughout the world and they may not have the same kind of things.
Yeah, it's true.
You know, because America's very different about their whole hyper, military thing. But it's like a post will come up and it'll say, I know that only some of my friends will be brave enough to like this, but if you're in this small percentage, like and repost, supporting our veterans, who put their life on the line, and it'll be some kind of like long, sad story, blah blah blah. But the thing is, I don't know anybody who doesn't support people who are in the military. You may not like the actions of certain, wars or things, but nobody's out here going, fuck people in the Navy.
No.
Just fuck them. I don't know anybody that's doing that.
Yeah, and meanwhile, Jakarta, I'm gonna leave Brenda alone for a second.
Okay, good.
Meanwhile, Jakarta, what else are you doing to help veterans?
Right. Are you giving any money?
Are
you
you
writing
supporting
letters?
them in any way, shape, or form?
Right.
Are you wearing red glasses every Friday in support of veterans?
Nope.
I know somebody that does. Whoop, right here, over here. Hi. But you know what? I don't make a big deal about it.
Right.
I just do it because I have since my grandfather was sick. So it's like 6 years strong now. But you don't have to make somebody else feel like they're not supporting Jesus, the veterans, cancer. Nobody's sitting there saying, aha, yes, somebody's going to get cancer today and I'm really happy.
No.
Nobody.
Nobody.
Except for cancer. You know the only person who cares about cancer?
Cancer?
Cancer. And meanwhile, I'm gonna put the Jesus on the table and step back. And I'm gonna let Jesus go for today.
Okay.
But Jesus and I will have our podcast day.
Okay.
We will have it. There will be a day of reckoning.
Oh, listen, if you need more therapy on the subject, I feel that we can get into it.
No, I just feel that these are Christian tactics to make people feel bad about their lives. Mm-hmm. Like, oh, you went out and you had a cheeseburger today, but you didn't think about the fucking veterans? What about that kid with cancer? What about the people who don't have food?
Right.
So I'm supposed to feel bad for every action I have in my life?
I mean,
I'm not Catholic, so the answer is no.
Okay. Because I was going to tell you essentially yes.
No, I'm not religious at all. And you know what? That's a better place to be. You know who I have to answer to at the end of the fucking day? About things when I go out and I murder somebody. I go out and I do crazy shit.
He doesn't murder.
I do heroin on the streets. I do crazy. I do like go out and like drive over people for fun. When I do all that stuff, I have nobody to come home to blame but myself. I can't even blame being possessed when I was 13 years old.
Were you possessed when you were 13 years old?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Obviously.
That's another episode.
That's October.
Uh-oh, yes.
Anyway, no, I feel that like people, like if you're feeling bad about not helping out a veteran person, go do something for a veteran.
Right. Don't deflect onto us.
Yes, with a meme or a long post on Facebook, or even worse, a Facebook Messenger fucking chain letter.
Oh, you are not still getting those. I am so fortunate.
I don't think I do.
I was gonna say my people are not doing that to me.
I don't know. Anything else you want to be honest about right now? You got a few seconds.
I can't that fast. I still feel I'm digesting yours.
Oh, okay.
Quite frankly.
I say post all the memes you want to. Do all the horrible things you want to do in life. And do whatever you want. And if I don't like it, why the fuck do you care if I like it or not?
That's true.
But listen to my podcast.
And remember that to be beautiful and natural is the birthright of every woman. And I wish you all loads and loads of loveliness and good luck.